G'day guys and girls, and welcome to my little channel, Goodies Beer Reviews. And today I picked up this can and I went, what the hell's this? I looked and a bit of writing there. I remember looking at it going, beer in about 15 different languages. Literally. 440ml, 2 pant, P-A-N-T, or P-A-N-T 1KR. And it had this little label on it. So it's called Glasshouse Live and Direct. I think it's a pommy beer, so from the UK. Not upsetting anyone if I say pommy, hopefully. God, I've got to apologise for everything these days. 440ml can, a bigger can. Love that. But 5% for a DDH, it's just a bit, worn. Double dry hopped beer. Yeah, so imported to WA, product of the UK. Yeah, look, haven't had this obviously before. UK crafty, got it from the little Palmer's Island store, so all the way from UK. You got to respect that. Smelling into the can, smells actually quite bloody nice. Had one of those days today. You just go, I don't know. Just the world, doesn't it? Gives you the shits. There is some kadunks. I've seen a couple just then floating around, so we'll try and get this all into the glass. We will eventually. Oh, look, I enjoy some of these beers in these glasses. It looks very light coloured. Good head, 2 finger, to 1.5. Very foamy head from this beer. Glasshouse Live, DDH, 5% though. It's low. But then maybe it is just like when they say double dry hop. Do you expect them, the DDH, expect them to be strong? Or, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't say pale ale. It doesn't say anything else. So let's just have a bit of a sniff and I'll tell you what it's like. Very citrusy. It smells like an IPA. A good IPA at that, actually, even though 5%. The head is still hanging around, unlike most of my friends. It's good. It looks really yummy, doesn't it? I mean, yeah, look at that. Look at the sediment. See, I love that. Kadunks, the Bigly Digs, whatever you want to call them. I go a bit funny with things like that, but I love them. Anyway, let's have a chug. And I'll tell you what really, anyway, let me get a chug. Oh, yeah, that's a nice beer. You probably hear me say that several times, but I have different definitions of or tones of nice. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, look at this. I should pour this in one hit. I'll just take it down a bit more because I want to get all the flavour in this. Wasn't it 5%? You're kidding, the flavour in it. Decadent. Medium mouthfeel. Big fruits. Very tasty beer. Very tasty beer. Oh, I would get a 4-pack of this. You're joking. Let's get it all in. Look at it. Jeez, I'm cheersing myself. Look at it. Look at the sediment, the junks, just this beer, the head, the retain. It's come from UK. I mean, mate, it's travelled well. Probably not been hot, but look at the can. Doesn't give away much, does it? Looks like a bloody Dalek, or something from... Anyway, I'm going to have another chug, then I'll tell you what. And I'll probably put in the title of the video, which really grinded my gears today. That's sensational beer. Anyways, I had to go up to the Gold Coast today and I had an appointment. And, didn't want to go, but I did. And all the way up there, I was listening to Lawsy, and the music on the local channels around here is pretty trash. So I just go, Lawsy on the old AM and have a listen to him in the morning. There's this other bloke, Peter. I think I've called him a couple of times. I had a bit of a yack. And anyway, this L.Mitchell, and I'm a Roosters supporter in my team, and who cares? But who cares in regards to this on me? But, this is what gets me. Some 15-year-old has yelled out something racially motivated to one of the players, L.Mitchell. It's on the news all over the shop. It's just like the biggest thing that happened today. And, people will say, but you're talking about it. And this is what media does to you. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to listen to it. But they sell it to the point where you just get involved. I don't watch the news every day. I don't want to. I don't like it. But anyway, this 50-year-old kid with his dad, the 15-year-old's bolted when he's confronted. He's left the father there to deal with obviously, the onslaught, which will pursue. Okay, and this radio bloke today wasn't Lawsy, it was some other flog, and he said this: Latrell is an icon to the sport. And I went, ooh, hang on a sec. Mate, he smashed, I think it was Radley, wasn't it? Manu or Radley? It was Manu or Radley? I think it was Radley. Anyway, sorry, I'm just on the spot. So he smashed their face in. They required reconstructive surgery. I loved him as a centre when he was playing for the Roosters. Oh, love that big. He did. I'm not going to compare him to people, but he reminded me of Inglis. That big stride, Speed for a big fella. He's a centre, born and bred. Not taking away anything about his playing ability now, but I don't enjoy watching him play as fullback. I enjoyed watching him as a big, strong, tough centre, just lifting people, toweling them up, just fobbing them off with that big right palm, left palm, just great to watch. In the Roosters jersey, mate, 18, 19, he just, I love the kid. I shouldn't say kid, that's probably offensive now, but do you know what I mean? Just a good player. Anyway, all over the news, this slur, and someone's called him what did they say? Something C. Whether it be the C word or the other C, there's fucking 20 C words anyway. But you know what I mean? I don't know. Look, you're on $1 million a year plus all the other stuff. Mate, he'd be making bank with the advertising, the sponsors. I got called, and not because I was mean, or you go up to someone and go, you're white, people go, you don't flinch. How's that become the norm, man? Or the thing that's not offensive, it's going the other way. You get yelled names all the time. And people say, well, wouldn't you be offended by that? And I'm like, I don't know. And people on this channel don't know my background or me or anything. So it's not about you wouldn't understand. You work in communities with Indigenous people. You work in communities with, low socio-economic, if you want to call them white people, Caucasians. I don't know if they're Australian. The world's gone mad. I was born in Redfern. I moved to Randwick. I grew up in a city after that, I don't know. And my grandmother was born here. I don't know much about family, but, doesn't that make me Indigenous? Doesn't that make me, this is my country, man. Bro. Anyways, first on the Latrell thing, I think the 15-year-old getting a life ban from football, look, and don't say I'm condoning it, I'm not. But he's obviously said it. Look, haven't we all made mistakes? You've said something once where you've gone in and gone, and I don't know, he's 15. His dad may have sat there going look at this, I won't say it, Mozzie, I was going to say effing. But, we've all made mistakes. And you got to learn from them. And I've really enjoyed this ramble tonight, and this beer. I'm really going to just get stuck more into the beer now. But yeah, Latrell, look, life. Why don't they just get the 15-year-old? It's up to the NRL. Oh, now the police are involved. Oh, for God's sakes, the police are involved. So if I'm sitting here and someone drives past my house and says, "Oi, yeah, such," and I'll be like, okay, I want them dealt with. So the police have got to then contact who they are, who was driving the car at the time, or who the person is, if I can ID them, go around, get their side of the story, give them, and if they admit it, give them infringement, or they give them a summons, and I've got to go to court, and I've got to go, yeah, I found it. It didn't hurt me, it hurt my feelings. It hurt your feelings. You know, that comment that was said to Latrell today was not appropriate. Okay, we get that. But to punish a kid for life, where he can't go to the footy if he actually enjoys it, how deep do you go into a conversation? Ban someone for life. Let's make a point of this. Well, okay, if an Indigenous kid steals a car, do we make a point out of that? Do we go, okay, you are now going to have the biggest punishment to send a message, or a white kid, you get the biggest... I don't know. The world's going mad. I love Latrell. I love watching him play. I hated it when he went to South after being with my chooks. I did. I loved him in the chooks. And this goes to show, there's two types of people in the world, dickheads and good people. And that's it. This fly loves this can. Why wouldn't you? Anyway, I'm going to have one more sip. Okay. I'll tell you why I'm giving the award. I think it's our third or maybe second all day banger. Unbelievable beer. And I'll tell you why, 5% alcohol, tastes amazing, medium bodied. It's just, look at the head retention still. It's still got head retention. It's imported. It's coming over from Pommyland. Great beer. Absolutely gorgeous. One of my longest yaks, which was going to be a shorter one, but we covered a bit. And you know what? I'd like people to disagree or agree, and you're allowed to have your opinion. This beer is amazing. If you see it, try it. I got it from my local little Palmer store, so I don't know where you get it from. You could Google it, Glasshouse Live. So, yeah, amazing. Anyway, love yous all. Take care of each other. Be kind to each other. And just listen to each other. Love yous all. Catch ya. Double banger.